Hi future officers, welcome to EduTap and welcome to another important CT 360 series session. So दोस्तों आई बिलीव कि आप सभी की प्रिपरेशन बहुत अच्छी चल रही है एंड अ वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर द टुडे सेशन जिसके अंदर हम कवर करेंगे द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर आर्टिकल्स फ्रॉम 26 to 27th ऑफ December 2024. अगर आप सभी मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं देख पा रहे हैं तो प्लीज़ गिव मी अ थम्स अप इन द चैट बॉक्स. सो वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग गुरुराज एंड अदर पीपल जिन्होंने आज हमें ज्वाइन किया है लाइव. और गैस मैं आपको बता दूं कि ये जो सेशन है उन सभी एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है जो कि आरबीआई नाबार्ड से भी की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं और साथ ही साथ अगर आप किसी और बैंकिंग एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन भी कर रहे हैं तो भी आपके लिए सेशन काफ़ी ज़्यादा यूजफुल होने वाला है. ठीक है. सो गुड मॉर्निंग कृतिका, गुरुराज एंड ऑल द अदर पीपल एंड थैंक यू फॉर कंफर्मिंग दैट यस आई एम ऑडिबल एंड विजिबल टू ऑल ऑफ यू एंड आई थिंक वी आर गुड टू स्टार्ट विद टुडे सेशन. सो गाइस आई बिलीव कि आप सभी ने हमारे पुराने सेशंस को ज़रूर देखा है. अगर नहीं देखा है तो मेक श्योर कीजिए कि आप पुराने सेशंस को भी यहाँ पर देखें. ठीक है. तो अगर आप नए हैं सेशन से मैं आपको बता दूं कि इस सेशन में हम मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट जी और ईएसआई करंट अफेयर्स को डिस्कस करते हैं टेकिंग देम फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट न्यूज़ पेपर्स राइट. और यहाँ पर पीआईबी की न्यूज़ आर्टिकल्स को हम हमेशा इंक्लूड करते हैं. ठीक है. तो ये काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है आप सभी के लिए जानना और साथ ही साथ इस सेशन से आपकी एक करंट अफेयर्स की एक बड़ी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रिपरेशन होती है. और अगर हम बात करें आज के सेशन की जो इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स है जो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे इट इंक्लूड्स सम एमओयूज ऑफ डीपीआईटी विद द बोर्ड, देन प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रीय बाल पुरस्कार और कुछ और न्यूज़ आर्टिकल्स हैं विच आर रियली रिक्वायर्ड टू बी कवर्ड फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ठीक है. सो आई होप कि आप सभी रेडी हैं आज के सेशन के लिए राइट. तो आज का सेशन थोड़ा एक क्विक सेशन रहेगा एंड लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द टुडेज सेशन. सो पहली न्यूज़ आज की है कि डीपीआईटी ने एक एमओयू साइन किया है बोर्ड के साथ. सो गाइज वी ऑल नो कि डीपीआईटी ने हाल ही में काफ़ी सारे एमओयूज साइन किए हैं. सो डीपीआईटी दैट इज़ द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ प्रमोशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्री एंड इंटरनल ट्रेड इट हैज़ रिसेंटली साइंड many MOUs with one of the organizations for benefiting and enhancing and boosting more better ecosystem for the startups of our country right. So हाल ही में recently we have seen that DPIIT has also signed an MOU with Tele Solutions also right. In the previous two sessions we have covered that news article also. Similarly DPIIT has now signed an strategic alliance with the boat we you must be remembering out boat you there are so many people who are using the boat earphones right now. Okay. So boat that boat in the Indian company which is of the audio and wearable market. With that company DPIT has signed this MOU. And what is the major aim of that MOU? That is to foster innovation so that we can inculcate innovation in our country right. And apart from that we can provide tailor made support to those startups which are being recognized by the DPIT. So those startups which have been recognized by DPIT, they will be provided tailor-made support so that we can help them and we can foster innovation among those startups. So when we talk about the key features of this partnership, so under this partnership, they will be mentoring the startups, they will be mentoring innovators and entrepreneurs, and apart from this, they will be also curating dedicated programs and initiatives for all these startups, innovators, and entrepreneurs. Apart from that, they are also going to provide resources, guidance, and support. See guys, when you have opened your business right, so the body which is regulating you, so you must be having some expectation from your body na ki, right. So that body will help me out, it will guide me, it will support me. Like when we were students in the school, we always used to have that expectation from our teacher. Similarly here DPIT is setting an example for all these startups as providing them resources, guidance, support for the different milestones. Apart from that, it will offer them connections and insights for international expansion. See, we just don't want them to get still limited to the Indian market, but we also want them to expand to the international levels. So that's why DPIIT has signed this MOU with the board. And absolutely right, Kritika. In the previous in the past some time, DPIIT has signed this MOU, such kind of MOU with HDFC Bank and Tele Solutions. Well done. So this is the first news article that we were required to cover from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next news article. Next news article is about the Pradhanmantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. So guys, every year on 26th of December we celebrate Veer Bal Divas. And on the occasion of Veer Bal Divas, we basically confer with the Rashtriya Bal Puraskar to all the children who have achieved some major achievements in some seven areas. I will be telling you that what exactly these seven categories are. But this year, this particular award has been given to total of 17 children, right? So 17 children were being given these awards this year for their exceptional achievements. So you can see here the photographs of all the children who have been awarded this year the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. So guys, when we talk about this Rashtriya Bal Puraskar, it celebrates extraordinary accomplishments in the seven categories. So the exceptional achievements of these children in the art and culture, bravery, innovation, science and technology, social service, sports and environment. So you can see here almost all the different kind of areas have been covered under this particular Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. And if you are someone who is under 18 years of age, right, and you have accomplished such kind of major accomplishments in the last 2 years, then your name can also be nominated for the Rashtriya Bal Puraskar for the next year. So guys, if I talk about the eligibility, that when will a child will get eligible to get this award. So for this, a child is required to be an Indian citizen and is a resident of India. Okay, and the age limit of the child must be above the age of 5 years and not exceeding 18 years. See, not it should be above the age of 5 years and not exceeding 18 years, and it should be for any act, incident, achievement should have been within 2 years of the last date of receipt of application. So the application for this particular Rashtriya Bal Puraskar were been active since a few months back, and now these children have been awarded the Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. So from here we are just required to remember the eligibility criteria. How many children have been given this award? 17 children have been given. On which date we announce this awards? That is December 26th, that we celebrate as Veer Bal Divas. Okay, so I hope this point is also clear to all of you. So काफ़ी easy है. Veer Bal Puraskar 26 December, that is the right answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next news article of the today's session, that is a MOU between National E-Governance Division and the Indian Ports Association. So guys, National E-Governance Division has signed an MOU with the Indian Ports Association, and this MOU has been launched in order to drive digital transformation in India's maritime sector. Guys, let me tell you, it is very easy to remember this part. Why so? Because when I talk about the National E-Governance Division, so it is one of the division under the Digital India Corporation. You can see here Digital India board behind this person, right? So Digital India Corporation के अंडर ये एक हमारा डिवीजन है, दैट इज द National E-Governance Division, which basically takes care, which provides technical and advisory support to the different ministries and departments for setting up these digital e-governance, and provides direction in terms of framing policies related to the Digital India projects. So when I talk about when NAGD will be participating and will be partnering with the Indian Port Association. Indian ports is related to the maritime sector of the India. So in the maritime sector of India, we would like to bring some digital transformation, and that's why NAGD has come up. And with this part, guys, NAGD will be providing its digital expertise and IPA will provide its in-depth insights into the maritime sector, and together collectively they will be boosting the maritime Indian sector. And as a part of this MOU, they will be streamlining the logistics systems, they will be enhancing operational efficiency and modernize the port ecosystem of our nation, right? So this is something which will be done under this MOU between National E-Governance Division and the IPA. If I talk about the National E-Governance Division, guys, so it was established in 2009 by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So Ministry of इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ने इसको सेटअप किया था 2009 के अंदर, and the name is National E-Governance Division. And what exactly is its role? I have already told you about. ठीक है, it provides some technical and advisory support to the ministries and the departments. It provides strategic direction in terms of framing policies, and a very important point, it provides implementation strategy for the Digital India program in different domains of e-governance. So Digital India program के लिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा काम ये करता है, and that is what the major part of the National E-Governance Division about. So this is the news article, and I hope that that is clear to all of you. Whenever we are covering any kind of MOU or partnership, we need to first remember the name of the entities between which this MOU has been signed. The second thing, the aim, why it has been signed. And third thing, some background information about those related parties are also required to be covered. Okay, so let's move on to the next news article, guys, and that is about the Rashtra Parv. So Rashtra Parv website has been recently launched by the Defense Ministry. So Ministry of Defense ने recently Rashtra Parv website और mobile app को launch किया. अब क्यों launch किया है, guys? See, we all know that throughout the year so many festivals, so many national festivals are being celebrated and organized by the Defense Ministry. So we are not talking about the religious festivals, guys. We are talking about the national festivals, which includes Independence Day celebrations, Republic Day celebrations, beating the retreat ceremony. So see, these kind of national festivals. So if you want to participate in those festivals and you want to access the information about those national festivals, for this purpose, Ministry of Defense has introduced the Rashtra Parv website. Okay, so Rashtra Parv website has been launched by the Ministry of Defense to provide information about the national festivals to the common citizen of the country, and it will be providing citizens about the information about all the national festivals which are organized by Ministry of Defense. Okay, so this is something that we need to remember. Apart from that, guys, there is one more important point. We all know that around our nation, the other countries, their power regarding their air power is really increasing day by day, and that's why Government of India and the Defense Ministry has also come up with a very important initiative to match up with them, and hence Defense Ministry has also formed a high level committee under the Defense Secretary राजेश कुमार सिंह. सो ये राजेश कुमार सिंह जी हैं, ठीक है, इनके अंडर एक हाई लेवल कमेटी को सेटअप किया गया है, एंड दिस कमेटी विल बी असेसिंग द ओवरऑल कैपेबिलिटी डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द इंडियन एयरफोर्स. सो इंडियन एयरफोर्स की ओवरऑल कैपेबिलिटी डेवलपमेंट को ये असेस करेंगे, एंड दे विल बी रिकमेंडिंग वेज दैट हाउ वी कैन बेसिकली एनहांस दैट एज वेल. So two important things: Rashtriya Parv website, which ministry has come up with that? Defense Ministry has come up with the Rashtriya Parv website. And apart from that, राजेश कुमार सिंह के चेयरमैनशिप के अंदर एक हाई लेवल कमेटी को सेटअप किया है, guys. Now as we are talking about the defense ministry, can anybody tell me that we have recently come up with a very important news article, that is exercise Linux. Now you have to tell me that between which two countries the exercise Linux is being taking place. Quickly tell me, guys, exercise Linux, between which two countries this exercise has been taking place. I'm waiting for the responses in the chat box. We always try to cover all these important news articles, right? We have covered the Linux exercise as well in the previous sessions. Now quickly tell me between which two countries the exercise Linux takes place. And I can see in the chat box, absolutely right, it's Sri Lanka and India. So I can see the answers from Kritika and Gururaj. Yes, guys, Sri Lanka and India is the right answer between which these exercise has been conducted. Absolutely right. So we have here covered the two news articles related to the defense, that is, one is the Rashtra Parv website and the app, and the other one is the exercise Linux. Now let's move on to the next news article. So guys, recently Dr. Arunish Chawla has taken charge as the secretary as a Department of Revenue. So to the Department of Revenue, Dr. Arunish Chawla has taken charge as a secretary. So guys, if I talk about the revenue secretary who was earlier serving as a revenue secretary, so what will be the right answer? We recently covered about the new governor who was earlier serving as the revenue secretary, and now he has been appointed as a governor of the Reserve Bank of India. So you guys are preparing for RBI Grade B 2025. Quickly tell me in the chat box who has become the new RBI governor. What is the name of that person who has become the new RBI governor? Quickly tell me in the chat box. I'm waiting for your responses in the chat box. So absolutely right, it's Sanjay Malhotra. Sanjay Malhotra, who was earlier serving as the revenue secretary, as he has now been appointed as the governor of the RBI. So now Arunish Chawla has been appointed as the revenue secretary to the Department of Finance. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next news article, guys, and it is one of the very biggest news article, and we have really lost a gem of the person, a legendary person 2 days back, as former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji has passed away. We all know about the Manmohan Singh ji. He born in Punjab in 1932 and he served as the Prime Minister of India for a total of 2 terms, that is from 2004 to 2014. And recently only he retired from the Rajya Sabha this year after serving for 33 years in the house, guys. It's a very long period. 33 years he's basically served in the house and he took retirement, and just 2 days back we lost this noble soul, and that's a kind of major loss for the whole country. And that's why the government of India has also announced a 7 days mourning for the demise of former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji. Moving to the next news article, guys. So that is on the Mr. Osamu Suzuki. So Mr. Osamu Suzuki from Japan, guys. आप सभी ने मारुति सुजुकी बारे में सुना होगा, right? Maruti Suzuki. Maruti was the Indian company and Suzuki is a Japanese company. So the former CEO, President, Chairman of the Suzuki Motor Corporation, that is Mr. Osamu Suzuki, has passed away recently, right? And he was a legendary figure in the global automotive industry, and he is best known for the partnership of Suzuki with the Maruti in 1980s and bringing the most important and one of the iconic cars of our country, that is Maruti 800 in 1983, which basically later on become a kind of national, or we can say traditional icon of our country, which brought the cars to the common people, right? Absolutely right, Guru Raj, that he also served as the 15th RBI governor, and apart from that, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji also played a very important role, and he was the architect of the Indian economy in 1991 economic reforms. As you must have heard about the privatization, liberalization, globalization, right? So these were some additional details about Prime Minister Manmohan Singh ji. And coming back to this news article, so Mr. Osamu Suzuki, so he passed away recently, and he was from Japan. That is what we need to remember from here. Now, guys, next news article is about the another important appointment, and that is of the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories. So recently Government of India has announced a new chairperson of the NABL, and who has become the new chairperson is Dr. Sandeep Shah. Dr. Sandeep Shah has been appointed as the chairperson of the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories. If I talk about the NABL, guys, it is a constituent board of the Quality Council of India, and basically it works for improving the quality of testing and calibration services and ensuring trust in the products and services used by consumers, businesses, and regulators. So that is what the working of NABL is all about. Now, guys, one question is coming up to my mind that I just want to test you today, that whether you have really revised the previous session or not. So in the previous session we talked about the NHRC, right? NHRC. So now, guys, you have to tell me that who was the 8th chairman of NHRC, National Human Rights Commission. Who was the 8th chairperson of National Human Rights Commission? In the previous session, just 2 days back, we have covered that news article. What is the right answer? It is Arun Kumar Mishra. Absolutely right. And if I talk about the 9th chairperson, guys, 9th chairperson. So the 9th chairperson of the NHRC was who has been recently appointed? Retired Justice Ram Subramanian. Absolutely right. Retired Justice Ram Subramanian is the right answer. So, okay, that's what we want from all of you, that you must revise the previous sessions as well, and you always try to come up in the new session as well, so that you are really able to take into account the previous things as well, right? Because exam ke liye, guys, it is very important that we are doing the revision of the news articles that we have covered. When it comes to the current affairs, revision is the key. So that's why make sure कीजिए कि हमेशा revision करके आए, ठीक है? So guys, now it's a time for the practice, and only these news articles I was having right now in the today's session for all of you. And now let's try to identify whether you are able to answer the question of the today's session or not. So first question before all of you, and the first question is on the strategic alliance between DPIT and BOAT. So DPIT and BOAT has recently come into a strategic alliance. You have to identify the statements which are correct with respect to this. So the three statements are: the alliance aims to support DPIT recognized startups, particularly in the D2C and manufacturing domains. Second statement, it includes provisions for mentoring startups and innovators, offering resources for prototype development and facilitating international expansion. Absolutely right. We have covered this part. Third statement, collaboration exclusively supports startups in the wearables market without extending benefits to other domains. So guys, state question number 1. The statement number 3 is absolutely incorrect. There is no such kind of limitation that only the wearable market startups are going to avail the benefit of this MOU. No, because it is not limiting such kind of condition under this MOU. So statement number 1 and 2 are absolutely right. Option A is the right answer. I can see here. So Kritika and Gururaj has given me the right answer about this. So Bhavna, Gururaj, Kritika, all of you, well done guys. Let's move on to the next homework question now. So now I'm having the homework question for all of you. So the homework question for all of you is on the Pradhanmantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar, guys. Pradhanmantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar was been recently awarded, and there are three statements on the same. You have to identify the correct statement. I want all of you to give me the right answer about the homework question in the comment section of this particular session when this session will end. And if you will be giving me the right answer to this question, you will be becoming the star performer of our today's session, right? And if I talk about the star performer of our previous session, then let me tell you guys, the question in the previous session was about the Youth Collab, and I'm really sad to see that there are so many students. Basically, they have commented their answers in the comment section, but unfortunately, their answer was not correct. Only few students have answered me the correct answer. So guys, let us first try to focus on this part. The statement number 1 was Youth Collab was launched in 2019 in India. Absolutely right. This is absolutely right. In the comment section, I saw students wrote that it was launched in 2017. Guys, Youth Collab was launched in 2017. But in India, it was launched in 2019 only. So that's why the statement is absolutely right. Now moving to the third statement, it is co-created by the United Nations Development Program and the City Foundation. Absolutely right. The statement is right. Now guys, the second statement, when I talk about the primary objective of the Youth Collab is to develop entrepreneurship solution for PWDs. No, this is not the primary objective. The primary objective of the Youth Collab was basically to accelerate the implementation of sustainable development goals, and for that we wanted to empower the youth. We want to empower youth to accelerate the implementation of sustainable development goals. That is the primary objective of this particular Youth Collab. So that's why the statement is incorrect, and the right answer was option A, that is 1 and 3. So guys, if I talk about the star performers of the previous session, so this includes Prakhar, Praveen, Arjun, Divyat and Sharan. So all these people are the star performers. Well done guys. It is really very important for us whenever we are answering a question, we are making sure that yes, we have identified the correct solution and we have analyzed all the details of that particular question and we have identified which statement is correct, which is incorrect, and then only we will be able to answer the question correctly. Okay, so these are the star performers, and if you also want to be the star performer of our today's session, make sure you are going to comment the answer to the homework question in the comment section of this particular session, right? So guys, if you are still new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And apart from that, you can also join our Telegram channel, the link to which we have given in the description of this particular session, and you will get the accessibility of the PDF from the Telegram channel of EduTap. Okay, so guys, I hope that this short and quick session was really useful and fruitful to all of you, and in the next session I will be coming up with the more important news articles, right? But for today I'm only having only these news articles, and if you are having any queries, you can definitely mention your queries in the comment section. You can also email your queries at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can call us at 814-620-7241 in case you need any kind of mentorship guidance with us. So definitely guys, we are always here, we have got your back. You can just drop us an email, or you can just call us at 814-620-7241, and we will be providing you all the mentorship guidance. Okay, so do not worry about it. Make sure that you are starting with your current affairs preparation, because it is very very important to inculcate the habit of getting into touch with the current affairs on a daily basis. And when you will be doing that during the exam time, you will identify that yes, you are able to cover the current affairs, and you are also able to revise them and retain them from the exam point of view. So guys, that was all from the today's session, and I can see here that there are no more queries in the chat box from the students. So now I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.